family.
Daddy's home.
I am the man.
This is your captain speaking. Welcome to episode 253 of Max Wrestling. It's 1 week until Podcast Promo Rumble 5. Not only is it our first special of 2020, but it's our 25th special overall. Before that, this week we'll be talking John Morrison's official TV return, Triple H and Tessagate, DIY officially reunites, and shocker, ladies and gentlemen, shocker, I actually enjoyed an Impact pay-per-view. And joining me to do so is, of course, the best heel in the business to butcher, the podcast machine Mike Larkin, and special guest this week, your reigning promo champion, Travis the Walker Anderson.
Hell yeah!
All three are currently picking themselves off the floor after I said I enjoyed Impact.
Well, first and foremost, rest in peace, Rocky Soulman Johnson.
It's been a shit week.
It really has, man. Just rest in peace to the Soulman, the innovator of the dropkick, first ever African-American tag team champion, Tony Atlas, baby. So, I mean, yeah, one of the greats.
Tony Atlas?
Him and the Rocky Johnson were the tag team champions.
Oh, okay.
It's not
This
supposed
was
to be.
before he learned how to cook.
Yeah, this
Oh,
is
no,
before-
well, I can't cook.
This is before the
Who
chitlins.
the hell is he?
Oh, Mr.
I'm
USA
cooking me
champions.
some pig hooves.
It just and chitlins, man. And it's just so disgusting.
Stunk out the whole Legends house.
It's just so disgusting. It goes back to the Hall of Fame, man. Me and The Rock couldn't have done it without you. But yes. Oh, and yes, Impact Wrestling. So the pay-per-view was actually, like you mentioned, because you were saying to me,
Well,
it wasn't half bad. I'm like, all right, I got to watch this.
I went into it not knowing any storylines, obviously, apart from the main events. Because I don't follow Impact, so I thought, I'll give it a chance.
Man, shoulder, bro.
Yeah, apparently there was a lot of injuries that night.
Oh,
Not
my
saying
God.
anything about that. But overall, I wasn't bored. Quite enjoyed it. Maybe it's better when you go into these pay-per-views and you don't know the storylines.
Yeah. It wasn't bad. I mean, it was solid from top to bottom, and then we get to the main event where Tessa finally did it.
Ah, fuck Tessa.
Well, all right. You got to give him credit because it's the first ever female champ, but I know a lot went on with what came out with La Rosa Negra and all the girls coming against it and saying pretty much that it was true from what happened in 2000.
You know what?
Go ahead.
I'm not gonna really get into it, but I'm not unhappy that she won it.
Okay.
They should have got it right the first time.
Oh, yeah.
The thing is now it looks like, for me, now it looks like you done fucked up. You realize you made the bad decision, and now no one actually fucking really cares.
Oh, definitely agree with that.
No one actually cares. I don't care.
If they had done it at Slammiversary, for example, last year, when she was on top.
Yeah, well, exactly. That's it. That's it. I mean, she's not even really been wrestling. It's just it's the only good thing to come from it is that prick isn't champion. You know,
Can't
and
fucking stand him.
I think, listen, when I heard what had gone on, do you know what? My first reaction was, I kind of expected it. Because I definitely think she did it. Because when you look at, she was in the Mae Young Classic.
Yes.
And she'd had multiple WWE tryouts, right? Why never signed?
They
Right?
said attitude issue, this according to Meltzer.
It is an attitude. It is an attitude, and I believe Dave Meltzer for the first time ever. You know, for the first time ever. You cannot go unmissed for that long, being possibly the best performer. Well, she's definitely been the best women's performer of the. You know what I mean? Apart from, I would say, there's probably 3, 4, maybe 5 that I can name this year. You know what I mean? And that's obviously Blanchard, Io Shirai, Rhea Ripley, Shayna Baszler, and Becky Lynch.
Yes.
You know, but you can't go without being touched for no reason at all.
Well, let's be honest.
I don't want to call her dad a racist.
If WWE really cared about bad attitude, Randy Orton wouldn't be a 13-time world champion.
Oh no, of course he wouldn't. You know? But the thing is her father. There was loads of things going around back in the day.
Oh yeah, it was everywhere in the 80s and the 70s.
You know what I mean? In fact, they come from a bloody very, very astute racist
generation.
Community.
Yeah, generation.
You know, yeah. So, you know, listen, it is. It's just I don't, however, believe it was as kind of easy to see as it was painted. You know, you can't only. There's clearly got to be more than 3 people that seen it. But the problem is, right, is Daz said what Daz said. Why now? Because now's the right time, right? If you say something about Tessa Blanchard when it happened, no one cares. No one cares. If you attack someone like Rocky, you know, the Rock, when he made his debut in WWE, called him a racist, right? No one would care. If you attacked the Rock now, the world would blow up. It's the same with Blanchard. I don't agree with how they kind of attacked her and waited, because I said the same thing with Michael Jackson. You wait until there's a sign of weakness and it's red hot, and then boom, the sheep come out to play. But should they have said it? Yeah, of course they should. Of course they. If you do something that, you know, if you do something and then kind of try and rally an army, you know, on you use certain words like respect and, you know, all the power, you know what I mean, things like that.
The women stick together.
Yeah, exactly. You're full of shit. Because as long as I've seen Tessa Blanchard, you know, I've not heard her speak like that. But is it just me, or do I look at her and get that certain vibe?
You could tell. You could tell she kind of thinks her shit don't stink, but you know,
she's a very confident person.
She's very confident, yes,
exactly.
Well, she's done stuff other women haven't, so she probably would do.
Exactly.
Well,
you know,
then,
she's. I'm
she's
not
bound to have this
small,
aura.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. She comes across to me as a very, very unapproachable person, right? And when you're put in a ring with men, she's probably the most confident person, and why shouldn't she be? You know, she's been in the ring with Cage. Freaking, you know, all these big guys.
Madman Fulton.
And yeah,
I've got to say, out of all the accusers, one made me laugh.
Which one?
Priscilla Kelly. Which,
yes.
she disrespected me as well. Yeah, well, everyone fucking did, you dirty slut.
No, dirty fucking slut.
You know, but you know, it's as I say, you know, if she's done it, then she should be named and shamed. She should be named and shamed. But as we have seen, no one cares.
Well,
No
Impact
one
certainly
cares.
didn't, but she was booked for
You know-
some small-time indie promotion no one's heard of, and they immediately cancelled her.
Oh,
You know,
yes. Metal Wrestling took her off.
Who?
That's the funniest thing I've heard. Is a little wrestling promotion that no one's heard of cancels the biggest star in the world at that moment.
Due to rumours.
Right? There would have been more reaction than you've ever had in your entire life as a wrestling promotion. You know, I believe that any reaction, it's a known fact. Any reaction is a good thing.
Reaction. Yep.
All 25 fans
Yeah.
were pissed.
And you go exactly. You go and cancel the biggest star, and you actually believe that she gives a shit. No, she don't care. She's just it's fucking unbelievable, Jeff.
Hold on,
It
hold
is.
on.
It's unbelievable.
Hold on, I gotta read the post. It was
Oh, you
from
got
Heavy
it.
Metal. Yes, it was from Heavy Metal Wrestling, Heavy Metal
Who?
Pro. I had never heard of him before.
Heavy metal wrestling. I got to tweet them. I got to tweet. Them.
Heavy Metal Pro.
In the main event, Black Sabbath versus Motorhead.
Is that what it's called, my
Yeah,
heavy metal wrestling?
Yeah, Heavy Metal Wrestling, Heavy Metal Pro on Twitter. Hold on, here's what they wrote.
The theme
They wrote,
song's by Billie Eilish.
Yes, Tessa Blanchard has been removed from our scheduled event on January 24th, 2020. We take these allegations levied against her very seriously. An updated card will be released shortly. For refund information, please contact Walt at heavymetalwrestling.com.
Walt. Right, this heavy metal wrestling has
It's only been around for 3 years, by the way.
it's
Oh,
got
wow.
2,247 followers.
Hold on. They've only been around 3 years, and they cancelled Tessa Blanchard.
EST
rumours.
2017, Daz. EST 2017.
Walt, what the fuck?
Walt.
I'm actually putting it now. Cancel Tessa Blanchard. What the fuck, Walt? Oh, it's gonna be it. I'm fucking. Do you know what? No, I mean, like I said, if she's done it, then she needs shaming, right? But I probably reckon that me and Daz were the only two people that actually probably debated about it in a fair few messages.
Yeah.
One per, and then everyone else just sent one message, and that was it. not even Colby Cooper gave a shit.
Hell,
I
I messaged Dazzy.
Yeah.
What was it, yesterday?
Yeah.
He's saying that, but between RWT and what I was saying on Max, between y'all,
Oh,
It was
RWT's already sentenced her to death.
it was two separate different kinds of conversations. Y'all were having a debate, and then over in RWT, it was just solid fucking bashing.
Yes.
See? That's what
I've just
about.
always been a
See?
firm believer of innocent till proven guilty.
I just, you know, why am I not surprised in RWT? It's a volatile, vile group. You know? Volatile. God, they just bash the shit out of everything. At Max Wrestling UK or Interactive, you can have a civilized conversation.
On the flip side of controversy, Triple H made a controversial joke about Paige. Something came up in an interview about kids or something, and Triple H said something like, "Well, she's probably got a few she doesn't know about."
Oh.
You know, I mean, it
Savagery.
would physically be impossible, because how do you forget shoving something out of your vagina? But I mean,
There's a fair few big fannies going round.
what was that?
You know,
Um,
Michael interviews a fair few. You
Yeah.
know what I mean?
The,
She just
There's
She
some
just thought she was constipated for 9 months.
there's some you don't need a midwife, you need a goalkeeper.
Exactly. Big gloves.
So
Big gloves.
Paige took offence. Triple
Possibly
H
a plunger.
apologised.
Almost.
Yeah, so Paige took offence to it. Triple H apologised. He just said it was a stupid joke. Didn't mean to offend her. I'm sorry. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Move on.
Move on. Well, we can also move on because someone on the show also watched Impact this week, and we got to talk about after a year, they finally got kicked off of Twitch for a raunchy segment with Rob Van Dam.
God, that stuff's disgusting. I would honestly rather sit through a Sami Callihan interview than watch RVD necking off some tattooed bimbo.
Okay, so for those... wow, okay, I can't follow that, but I'm going to try.
She's so annoying. Yeah, that was sexy. Oh my god.
So...
The dude's like fucking 50.
So for those that don't know, Rob Van Dam's 49. His girlfriend, Katie Forbes, who was on Wow Women of Wrestling as Chloe Hertz, is 29. And she has a girlfriend named Jennifer. So his girlfriend's girlfriend, they had a little, like, threesome there. They were going down on RVD. She goes, I want some of that Rob Van Dick. And the whole nine there. So.
What? Are you
she
serious?
wants that Rob Van Dick.
Katie Forbes says, when are you going to take off that robe, Van Dam? And then the other chick was like, hey, and pull out the Rob Van Dick.
Thank you, Travis. Wow. Thank you, Travis.
Oh, my Lord.
Because Travis watched Impact this week, and he was like, is it just like this all the time? I'm like, yes, it is, Travis.
I just, I've tried watching it probably about 3 times and in the past, 6 months.
Okay. So I'm gonna do the Google thing while you're talking, and I'm gonna look up Rob Van Dick and see what I get.
How do you get kicked off of Twitch? I'm sure there's 12-year-olds saying much worse than that, playing fucking Fortnite.
Well, it's not. I don't think it was just for what was said. They did a pretty shit job in blurring.
Yeah.
Okay.
Katie Forbes was wearing a highly skimpy, way too damn small bra and panties, and you could see areola, you could see the whole work.
You could. You're not hiding this around. I'll send you guys a segment, but it's like this. Also, you also have Katie Forbes, who, by the way, before she was a wrestler, was an escort. So she's.
Oh, why am I not surprised?
Okay, Rob Van Dam talks Jeff Hardy. How big is Batista's dick?
Well, that's what they ask every shoot interview. How big is Batista's dick?
Well, maybe we should ask Dana Brooke now.
Oh, hey now.
Also, don't forget the melting whipped cream.
Oh, yeah, they had whipped cream on it. They had them like they were going down on RVD. The kissing on the face. Now, this is after Rob Van Dam's match with Brian Cage didn't happen because Brian Cage, the reason it was so short is because he had a bicep tear, Mr. Injury-prone Cage. Yeah. Then they put in Daga, and he beats Daga. And then we find out, because everybody's thinking Brian Cage is going to AEW, and Melissa Santos tweets, well, that's news to me, so it looks like he's not going to AEW.
Did RVD and Katie Forbes maybe just confuse Twitch with Pornhub?
Yes.
And they logged into the wrong website?
It's just whatever. And then I don't know, when it was that bad that Twitch said, no, we're not going to keep you on the channel anymore.
You can get the premium video for $4.20.
For PayPal.
You can get the whole damn show.
That's what it'd be called, wouldn't it?
Oh, God.
Now, what do you think? Also, just to back Brian Cage for a second, do you want to see him in AEW, or what do you think?
I've always liked Brian Cage.
Me too. Kenny's interviewed him. He's an amazing talent.
I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna make it astute. He's good to NXT.
You think?
Yeah, well, I don't believe he's
apparently
I don't believe
he hasn't gone anywhere, and
AEW.
he has gone back to Impact or re-signed or whatever. Dirt Sheets have done the traditional thing of changing their mind after 24 hours.
I think they've changed their mind because there's nothing solid on NXT. Every signing that NXT have made recently, you have not seen coming. They're doing a lot of stuff very, very quiet. And obviously his contract's up. And the first thing, right, where the wrestling world used to say, oh yeah, just go to NXT. Adam Cole for like 3 years was going NXT.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and you automatically assume Brian Cage would be the hottest free agent. Every free agent is the hottest free agent these days. And you automatically assume that he's going to AEW because AEW is the hottest thing going today. Apparently.
Well, they've been extended for 3 years.
3 years been extended. It's not as if they could have gone with Impact, is it?
Well, they're not on Twitch anymore.
Listen, you're going to sign them because it's got ratings.
Yeah.
Right? It's got ratings. So you're going to tie them to a solid deal. Right? The one thing we know is contracts don't mean shit. They don't mean shit. How many times has Impact Wrestling had its contract ripped up?
Well, I'm pretty sure they write their contracts on recycled paper.
And when you've got a guy like Tony Khan that's got more money than fucking, do you know what I mean? He cares to count. It's not hard to go wherever you want, you know? And I mean, I don't, like I said, I don't believe. His wife came out, for Christ's sake, and said he ain't signed nowhere. I mean, if he'd have signed with AEW, I'm sure the conversation wouldn't have been had. You know? I'm sure, and I'm pretty damn sure that AEW would have announced it on their Twitter. The fact that it wasn't announced on Twitter, I knew he hadn't signed. It's the same with Killer Cross, right? Killer Cross is a free agent,
and he's wrestling. He's coming up.
Yeah, he's got indie shows. He's got bookings. Okay. If they were in that much of a rush to sign for anywhere, we'd know. Killer Cross came out on his own Twitter page and stated, "You tell me where you want me to go." That guy is obsessed with his fans and his community, and rightfully so. He knows the fact that there's been a huge movement in terms of, you know what I mean, the cross community has helped him grow over the past 2 years. You know, Impact Wrestling in a way helped him grow because it gave him a pedestal to step up on, and when they fucked him over, it made him huge. It's the same with Cage. I mean, listen, the guy's phenomenal in terms of an athlete. I've never seen anything so big just kind of move with he's got like I'm using big words today. There's almost kind of, the guy's elegant.
Yeah, well, that was the whole thing with the RVD storyline, wasn't it? He stole RVD's moves.
Yep.
You know,
but he's built like a brick shithouse.
But he's built like a brick shithouse, and the guy can vault over a top rope.
High octane also.
He's but then he picks up a microphone and you want to turn off.
Yeah.
He's that type of performer. How you utilize something like that is in NXT is hard for me, because I would say Keith Lee wasn't fantastic when he came in terms of picked up a mic. People listened.
Yeah,
now now he's chucking people through barriers and going, next week, Roddy. And you listen.
He pounced the guy through the bushes, Butcher.
Because his voice matches his size.
Mm-hmm.
When Brian Cage speaks, you look at him and you go, yeah, he's genetic. But I want him to talk how he looks. You know, I want to believe what he says, because I don't really, believe that. And if rumors are right, that's where Ryback's going. Why would you want Cage and Ryback?
Why would you want Ryback?
You know what?
Go ahead.
I kind of agree with you.
Yes.
But in the same manner, I don't agree with you.
All right, go ahead.
Because Ryback's got a label. It's huge.
True.
It's huge. I mean, the guy's marketable. Cage just wrestled for Impact Wrestling, for fuck's sake. And let's not forget that Cage was a failed product of Gut Check.
Yep.
You see what I'm getting?
Yeah, well, they picked Jay Bradley. They picked Aiden O'Shea over him.
He's not really, right? Other than the past 2 years, he's not really a big anything's a big thing for Impact Wrestling. The wrestling fans talk through their ass.
Anything's a big thing for heavy metal wrestling.
I do think if he's going to any promotion, I do think it will be NXT. I really do, because I believe they'd be interested in his wife as well.
Yes, Melissa Santos, and I mean, we'll look at also. It's like with Scarlett Bordeaux, like she's in NXT. It's like, how long before we see Killer Cross there?
Well, she's dropping hints.
You see, this is it. This is it. I believe it's a perfect way for them to announce Scarlett Bordeaux.
Yes.
Is to have him debut with her.
Maybe that's what they're waiting for, because she hasn't actually. She's only been backstage so far.
No, she hasn't. She had the chance. They had the chance to put her in the Battle Royal.
They didn't.
Okay, they didn't. I do honestly believe if it would have been any other wrestling promotion he was wrestling for, he'd already made his debut. Blade and Butcher. It's not the original Butcher. It's
Andy Williams.
It's Andy Williams. Just call him Andy. He could definitely pull off a monocle better than me. I'll give him that. His beard is I would say his beard is more manly than mine, but it's not as clean cut as mine. I do honestly think if he was going anywhere, it would have happened by now. I think AEW would have fed off and just, do you know what I mean? Kind of fed off the reaction. I thought AEW are not a promotion that's hanging around for people to make. Do you know what I mean? They are probably, AEW are another storyline short of being amazing. Another storyline short of being amazing. I to be honest with you, I think they're an hour short on what they could be doing. I look at it sometimes and I think it's 2 hours. Some weeks it's like I watch 2 hours and I'm like, yeah. And then other weeks I watch 2 hours and go, it's not enough. It's not enough.
Yeah, Mike was asking me what was going on last night because he hasn't seen it yet, and I was like, it's okay, but it's not great.
That's kind of like where I get with it. I'm like, Travis ain't good. Yes, Travis ain't gonna fucking agree with us.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, all right. Okay, here's the thing. I'm not saying every week is fucking the best week, I'll never say that AEW is the best product out there. I say it's one of the best, and each week is very entertaining for me, and I enjoy every week. But I think I still enjoyed last night better than some that they've done.
I think what we can say is, and I think it's the same as what happened obviously in the Monday Night Wars, is when you've got a product that is fresh and there's something different happening than the obvious, which is WWE, it creates a cult following, a cult status, until the point where it becomes stagnant and stale. And that is what I've said every week on this, is it's not me saying it's shit, but being a person that's watched WWE for years, for me, when I watch AEW, there's a uniqueness about the way and the way that tempo. The wrestling's second to none. The wrestling is second to none, but the booking for me is shocking. The booking's shocking. I don't know who's booking it. I'm sick of watching Darby Allin. Sick of it. You know, Pac is phenomenal.
Yeah.
I'm sick already of the inner circle bollocks. I just don't like it. I don't get it.
It's not going to last much longer.
It was great. It was great. It was great for a couple of weeks, and I look at Swagger and I think, dude, you look ridiculous. You wear the same. I'm sure, has he got a contract with Primark? You know,
no, it's probably Georgia Asda.
You know, the guy turns up every week in Grandad shirts. I call them Grandad shirts because that is the type of t-shirt my granddad used to use.
Yeah.
And wear, right? And you've got Sammy Guevara. I love Sammy Guevara. I think he's awesome. I love Guevara, man. I think the guy, he's got charisma. He makes me laugh.
Every time he takes a hit, every time he takes a bump, he has the same blank stare on his face. He shows no different emotion or reaction half the time.
I know what you mean.
And I'm sick and tired of him sticking his damn tongue out.
I know what you mean. I do know that. I get that.
He's confident.
And then you've got proud and powerful. Okay, they don't need to follow anyone. They've been the hottest tag team for years. And this is me saying about an Impact fucking tag team. You know, to watch them, they're fantastic. And Jericho, you don't need to speak about. You just don't. The guy is the GOAT. He is the GOAT. But I just watch it and I just think, see, I don't want it to come across as arrogant or ignorant when I say there is still no... Having watched Kenny Omega for the last 3 years, right?
Yeah.
Solidly. I now understand why certain fans said he ain't as good as you think he is.
Yeah, I still don't understand. I don't understand why they have him and Cowboy fucking number one contenders for the tag title.
This is me.
Number one contender for the main title.
Well, it just shows what I said a couple of weeks ago on here. The win-loss record thing means fuck all. It don't mean shit.
Not necessarily, because what they're doing is they've got the win-loss record, and then once they're around tied, they have the number one contenders match based off of the win-loss record.
You know, because to me, then I just look at it and I think, private party. You've got Butcher and Blade.
Andy.
Andy Williams, yeah. Sorry.
Andy and the Blade.
You know, you've got... Listen, you're only waiting for Cowboy to turn on Kenny Omega.
Yeah, that's definitely going to...
It's obvious. It's so obvious. Yeah. The fact that he sends Omega on his own and then it's so obvious, right? The old blue-eyed boy thing, the chosen one of the company, they realised what we knew on the first episode. It weren't going to work. People didn't give a shit. You know, his music, he could come out as the, you know what I mean, for a standoff. No one cares.
Well, what would be a really cool swerve would be the opposite and fucking Omega turn
I've
heel.
always said this. For me, the Omega's main problem is being a face. Watch Omega when they turned on Balor. You know, and kicked him at the Bullet Club. No, not Balor. AJ.
Yeah.
AJ.
Yep.
Right. That was heel. He was good as a heel because you don't have to take him seriously at what he says. When he panders to a crowd and go, you know what I mean? The Golden Lovers are back. And I'm like, I really don't know how to feel about this.
I don't know how to feel about
this. I don't know how to feel about this. You know what I mean? This is like the first time in wrestling that I've encountered. I mean, I'm not homophobic regardless, but that was like the first time in wrestling that I'd seen something and I'm like, are they really supposed to be?
Yeah, nobody really knew if it was. What's
you know
the
what
deal?
I mean? And that's kind of how I always looked at it. And I was like, and there's been rumors around for years that Kenny's, you know what I mean?
Both ways.
Yeah. And then I look at Ibushi and I'm like, this guy looks gorgeous, you know. And then I'm like, then I take a couple of steps away and I'm kind of like, is he? Are they? Did they? It doesn't matter.
They're kind of like that in Japan, though, aren't they? The men are really pristine.
Yes.
Yeah. They're as pretty as a woman.
Yeah.
You know, they're polished, and he is polished. I sat there the other day watching the, you know, the aftermath of Wrestle Kingdom, and I looked at him sat down in his moment of finishing bronze, you know. But you know, and then I looked at, you know, Jay White having his little rant about, you know, it should have been me, you know. And I was like, but I was watching Ibushi and I'm like, damn, this guy's so kind of like, he's so nice, and he's just been through a hell of a match, and he still looks nice. Is this guy ever gonna look ugly? No, because it's Kota Ibushi, and he's golden, and they were the Golden Lovers. But I came back to Omega. I don't believe he's as good as people make out. It's the same with Paige. Young Bucks, however, sweet as.
You know what it is, too, and I also look at Kenny Omega, and, like, his matches so far, I mean, the Jericho match in AEW, I've been kind of with Kenny Omega right now in AEW. I mean, him and Hangman Page, you can tell it's coming. But
Other than Moxley, he hasn't had anything to sink his teeth into.
Exactly.
Too much. It's too much. You're supposed to have the reaction you had, right? I think the way that the Elite's been marketed, right, was huge on YouTube. It was huge, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
And now it's got to TV, and it's all Elite wrestling. And you look at it, and you go, the Elite's Cody and the Bucks. Omega kind of like, other than doing his run-ins for his friends and all that, people don't really care, do they? It's the same with Paige. People don't really care. People are buying into Private Party because they're fucking awesome. People are buying into the man, Orange Cassidy, because he's the man.
Mike's favourite.
He's so cool. The guy is edgy. He's just, do you know what I mean? He's the coolest thing since Marty McFly.
In a life preserver.
But you get what I'm saying when I say that.
Yeah.
The guy says nothing. People don't care how big you are in terms of having your name thrown around, you know what I mean? Wrestling as the wrestler of the year. You may be the wrestler of the year in terms of ability and in terms of match quality, but when you're he's in a company now, and he's in a country where wrestling and entertainment are completely the same. You know what I mean? Entertainment comes first, wrestling comes second. That is New Japan.
I think they've got the perfect balance with Cassidy's character, because when he does these soft kicks and they no sell him, it's perfect. It's like, what the fuck's he doing? If he's given him a soft kick and they sold it as like devastating, it'd be fucking stupid, like Joey Ryan with a dip slip.
I mean, look at that. He made the difference in a multi suplex.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? He made the difference. He basically
with his hands in his pockets.
He picked everyone up. You know, I do. You know what? He's everything I should hate, but I don't hate him because he pulls it off. I sometimes come across as hypocritical, don't I? Yeah, when I say,
"Oh yeah,"
I hate entertainment. What do you mean? Oh yeah, Mike? You know, when you say,
I think we all do.
I hate entertainment, and then the guy comes across, and I'm like, fuck me, he entertains me.
Hold on.
But he entertains me in a way that I require entertaining. He's almost like a stand-up comedian. You know how a comedian walks out on stage and they say nothing.
Yeah.
How the Rock comes out from under the curtains and he can say nothing and walk from left to right, right to center, center to left, and back to back across. He could stand on that ramp for 15 minutes and not say a thing, but get a loud reaction every time he asks for it. That's Cassidy.
Right. I'm gonna get you back for saying my favorite there, Daz, in about 2 seconds. I'm actually gonna hold on.
I think I know what's coming.
All right.
Champ 24/7 TV.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Hold on a minute. No, I wasn't going to say. I was just going to say it doesn't matter if I don't like Orange Cassidy, because if you see those kids and what they're wearing and what they did for that kid, I thought that was awesome. So to put the smile on the kid's face, doesn't matter what I think. I thought that was awesome.
Yeah, we say that, but then we criticize John Cena.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's hypocritical. But still, I think it's
R-Truth's hero, by the way.
Yeah.
I mean,
R-Truth did something I didn't think was possible.
He
made Brock Lesnar laugh.
I loved it. Why can I not? Why can I not have him as world champion?
He deserved it just for that segment when he went, "I'm gonna throw you over the top, bro, Paul Heyman."
Paul Heyman.
What? I'm not even in the match.
What? Brock's in the match? Okay, I'm out.
Okay, my bad. I'm gonna do for the first time ever. What does he say? I am.
I'm undeclaring the Royal Rumble.
I'm unentering.
Yeah, I'm unentering the Rumble match. You know what I mean? I just thought, I really actually thought Brock was laughing as well.
He was, and then before
he genuinely was. He was cracking up.
Yeah.
I thought it was great.
Nobody's hightailed out the Royal Rumble that fast since Drew Carey.
No.
Do you know what? I just love, right? We don't work with him, but you know when you see a guy and you know he enjoys what he does regardless his position?
Yeah.
I just that's how I look at him. I just think for years, we've seen that guy, right, make his debut as K-Quick.
Yep.
Leave the company, go to TNA and become Ron Killings,
NWA World Champion.
NWA World Champion, and make that belt prestigious. You know, without Killings, never mind fucking Ken Shamrock being the first. Without Killings' run, I don't think that company would have lasted as long as it did. Never mind Jarrett, you know what I mean? Jarrett being the pioneer. And do you know what? I'll stand by that, because a lot of people don't like when people who have influence and are key factors in you know what I mean, owners or whatever, they don't like him. And that's how he was looked at, was he took advantage of his position, very much how Triple H, people speak ill of Triple H, you know, without these, you know what I mean, these moments, these matches, these decisions to make a match after you, the King of the Mountain match, you have no proof, or anyone has no proof. I don't have any proof that it worked, but we know it worked. The match was made an official match, and it happened every year. You know, it was a unique match, and it was a fucking fantastic match. And you know, these were key movements that happened, and they worked under Jarrett. They worked. It was, you know what I mean? It was tried, tested, and true for each and every one of you. And why do we do this? Wrestling. You know, I
think Travis does it better.
It did. It worked. It did. It actually worked, didn't it? You know. But yeah, it's just.
And then, Daz, your favorite moment happened. Mojo Rawley comes out and kicks him 1, 2, 3. We have a new 24/7 champion.
Ah, what a wanker. Truth is the same as Cassie, though. He doesn't have to say anything. He can just come out there, smile, and the fans will love it.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, I like how Vic Joseph and Jerry Lawler are like, Mojo Rawley, he's a 2-time 24/7 champ. I'm like, when the fuck was the first time?
Yeah, I don't know the first time.
Oh, wasn't it backstage and then Truth won it back?
Yeah, whatever. It happened so fast.
Why is that guy still in the company?
I fucking know.
Fuck him.
I made toast during that part.
There you go.
I didn't know fucking Truth lost it. Well, damn.
It's just
When Mojo was standing there shouting at everyone, I was just waiting for someone to run up behind him and roll him up.
Me too, and then nothing.
Do you know what I'm waiting for? Truth to regain it at the Rumble.
Yeah.
I'm waiting, right? I'm waiting for, obviously, Mojo Rawley to enter in the Rumble, get eliminated, and Truth, or both be in the Rumble, and you know what I mean. Something's going to happen.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you know what I found funny about that segment? Normally, everywhere Truth goes, there's about 15 jobbers chasing him. He's out there with Brock Lesnar and no fucker turned up. I ain't getting in the ring with Brock.
Can you blame him?
They should do it and treat it like, you know, like they had that match at Mania for the hardcore title.
Yeah, and it lasted all night.
Yeah.
And that's what they should do with it. That is exactly what they should do with it at Mania. Give it the, you know what I mean? I think it'd be ace. A few minutes here and there, all the way through Mania, from the pre-show all the way through to the end. I think it'd be absolutely awesome. R-Truth to have his WrestleMania moment right at the end when he wins the title.
I won the King of the Ring.
I main evented WrestleMania. I think that'd be absolutely astonishing. You know, I really do.
I'm going to Starcade.
Yes. So I'm just wondering how many ways can he introduce that title before the end of the year? Because I counted 8 different names for that title.
Yeah.
This week. Television World European
7-Eleven.
7-Eleven I-95 South.
24-48.
And now Kentucky.
Another Kentucky champion.
No Kentucky champion. The guy's awesome. He
could go KFC. I'm the Kentucky Fried Champion.
Oh God.
Do you know what? There would be put his face on the.
They're always
put his
sponsored
face
by
on
KFC.
the KFC board.
Yes, they
That'd
are.
be amazing.
Wrestling fans love fried
KFC
chicken.
board.
Oh wow.
Hey, that's like Undercover Brother. General's Fried Chicken. It's butt
That'd be
chicken.
amazing.
So.
Well, I mean, Mick Foley had the whole deal with Chef Boyardee.
Truth chicken.
Oh, what wasn't amazing was that T-shirt, man. The Monday Night Messiah.
Oh,
Travis
wow.
Gaz, right? That T-shirt.
What
sucked.
the hell?
Oh,
Can they ruin Seth Rollins anymore? Is it possible?
Buddy, help me, buddy. Help
I'm
me.
so
do
pissed.
you know what? I blew
I'm
up.
so
I
pissed
blew up.
off.
I gotta be on. No, I wasn't. I wasn't because it's what I expected. I couldn't be pissed off. Because I think in order to be pissed off, you've got to care. You've got to care.
Oh yeah, I've got no
Well,
иксue with the Buddy
that's the
Murphy
thing.
thing.
I liked it when Buddy was there.
Help me,
Clap
buddy.
the hand. That was brilliant.
Well, I mean, the thing is like I've been really enjoying Buddy Murphy lately, and then they had to go and fucking ruin it
Well,
and put him with Seth Rollins. I'm fucking over Seth Rollins.
Are you
got me all
serious?
fucking
Do you
hold
not
up.
like it at all? Do you not like it at all?
No.
I
It's
honestly believe that group will have all the titles.
Now, when like I was interested in it, I was giving it a chance, but the second they started calling him Monday Night Messiah or whatever, Raw's Messiah,
That's
I was like,
That's
fucking
stupid.
and
You
it
know
just
what I mean? The fact that he's got long hair and a goatee and a
Cross-
beard.
And they call
it-
it CrossFit Jesus.
Listen, I'm just waiting for him to walk out in a white robe.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm,
yes, the CrossFit Jesus.
I'm waiting for it, man. They're going to give him a handy-down fucking Ric Flair without the feathers. I'm telling you. He's going to walk out in a white Bobby Roode robe.
It'll be the return of God to take on the McMahons.
I'm telling you.
Okay.
His pants will be white with gold. Yeah, I'm telling you.
there is your WrestleMania main event right there. Seth Rollins versus Charlotte Flair for a robe on a pole match.
Yeah. Robe on a pole match.
I mean, the way that they're looking, I'm guessing what are they gonna do, an 8-man tag now? Because they keep the Black and Murphy thing going. You could have Seth and Authors of Pain and Buddy Murphy against Kevin Owens, Big Show, Joe, and Aleister Black.
It's kind of appropriate, really, that Seth's got a religious gimmick because he is holy shit.
That is true. What I'm saying, do you guys
I
like
want to know.
8-man
I
or
want
no?
to know whose idea it was. That's what I want to know.
I want to know whose idea it was for Kevin Owens to run up the fucking stage.
That was awesome.
That was pretty cool.
I'm just disappointed that nobody's done it with a skateboard.
Yeah, so I mean, ever since they debuted that stage and it looked like
Orange
a half pipe,
Cassidy,
I've been waiting for someone to run
Orange
up it.
Cassidy, good.
No, Darby Allin.
You know,
Mark Andrews.
I fucking hate Mark Andrews. I can't bear Mark Andrews.
No Mark Andrews?
I really want to punch Mark Andrews and that fucking Webster. Flash
I've met
Webster.
Mark
in the
Andrews, he's
face.
really nice.
Maud Father and Maud, we trust.
Oh, I want to kill him. I hate them. They are what's wrong with my country. Honest to God, that stupid wave he does when he comes out, and I want to cut Webster's hair because he looks a twat.
Mark Andrews was much better when he first arrived in Impact, and then they ruined him.
Yeah, they ruined him, and now WWE have just given him this happy-go-lucky, I get up in the morning and I drink a pint of milk and then I walk to the shop
Yeah.
for a newspaper.
Because he's a short, skinny blonde kid.
Yeah, and it's pouring down with rain, and I don't care.
Milky
Because
bars
I'm
are on
just
me.
happy to be here. Yeah, exactly. Fucking. You know, it's been a while since I've actually found a wrestler I can really hate, and I do. I hate him. I hate him.
Him or the gimmick though.
Do you know what? I'm gonna be. If I could be serious for a minute. Him. It's him. I just look at him. You know, have you ever had that? Have you ever had that? Any of you, where you look at a person and they make you just have this unnerving feeling about you.
Mojo Rawley.
And that's me with Mark Andrews, and I don't know why it is.
That's Phoenix with a Miz.
He makes me so angry. And then he speaks, and I'm like, how dare you speak my language?
Right. Speaking of the Miz, I haven't actually seen anyone's reaction to it, so I don't know if this is unpopular or not. But Morrison's return to TV was shit.
Well, you know they're going towards the direction of them in the New Day, and I'm just waiting for the.
On a microphone,
like
he was
it.
shit. He looked like he was fucking hadn't been near a ring for years.
Well, he's
Really?
He's 40. He's 40, Des.
Yeah, but he was
I
an Impact not
enjoyed
long
it.
ago.
That's true.
I enjoyed
You
it.
could live-
Yeah, but he's just had
Typically, here's
steps.
a-
He's not really been in the ring after his stem cell.
When was that?
His stem cell surgery he had it was last September.
Yeah.
You know, he's not
Okay,
really been
okay.
in. He's
Oh,
not really been in a ring. He's not wrestled any indie dates.
well, that
he
makes sense for
literally-
why he
you know
looked
what I
a
mean?
little tired in that then.
Okay, but why was he so shit on the fucking mic? Though?
I don't
Exactly.
think I can't believe you thought he was shit.
You can
He sounded like a
I-
rookie.
Listen, I think it's a case of right. I've been watching a lot of his stuff back, right? All his old stuff, because I think the dirt sheets were fucking amazing, right? I've been watching a lot of his stuff, right? You look at his career since he's left WWE, right? He's worked on multiple shitty films, right? That does you no good at all. You know, look at The Miz. Look at The Miz in films compared to some of his segments in WWE. They're completely different. Completely different. You would not think that The Miz, when he acts, can wrestle. Okay? Now, Phoenix is screaming and shouting, going, he can't wrestle! Shut up, Phoenix! You know, he can't wrestle. But that's exactly the same. You know, he's worked in companies that I've always said to be an over face, you have to be an over heel,
Yeah.
right? He's never benefited just from going to any of the wrestling promotions he's been to. Lucha Underground, I didn't think he was bad on a mic at all.
No, him and Ty were great, like, as
Yeah.
the heel and the whole nine.
Goes to Impact,
And he sucks.
and he sucks because Impact sucked. I'm telling you, you wait. You mark my words. You're gonna say completely different. When they gain a bit of you know what I mean, momentum. Titles are going on them completely.
No,
I mean,
100%.
I hope for the best for it. Honestly, I do, because I'm really looking forward to see how it goes. But I mean, just from the moment, like I got distracted at ever since everybody's talking so much shit about the attendance for AEW, I pay attention more to the crowds now. And
decent crowd this
when
week.
John Morrison,
Yeah.
I think everybody
Listen,
should talk about that one. This one.
Where
And-
did they say they had a bad crowd?
It's nearly every week, but I'm pretty sure those photos are taken before the show.
Well,
Yes.
I
Or
ain't
very
gonna
early
tell
into
you,
the
right?
show.
At least for
For
two
the
of
last-
those shows. can promise you that is horseshit.
Well, I tend to read, and I follow a guy that kind of at the end of every wrestling show, no matter what he's reviewing, right, he puts the attendance of the arena and the attendance booked, right? And I've never ever seen poor numbers at an AEW event. Never. You don't have empty fucking arenas and then a shit tons of ratings. You don't. And you go on AEW's Twitter, right? It's never a question asked. That's just
because the people that
fucking
actually follow
horseshit,
AEW don't give a shit.
No, man, I'm telling you, it's just no. I don't believe that for a second.
Yeah, like I said, like for 2 of those events, I was there, so I can testify to that.
Yeah,
It's horseshit. But me and Daz, we talk about it every week, and he sends me it just to get me bowed up. I swear he does. But almost every single week. I think it was last week's episode. They were talking about it in RWT. Mirror shared it, and it was just garbage. And then, but at the same time, they were like 50,000 views away from 1 million at the same time. So I'm like, no, you're fucking horseshit.
Listen,
But-
you know what, right? I can understand in certain like states or certain towns
Markets.
where you've got your hardcore wrestling fans and they kind of like stick to certain promotions rather than support others. Like, I
Especially
get
Memphis.
that. Yeah, that's kind of like something that I'd expect from wrestling in the United States.
But-
because you're kind of like frowned upon, aren't you?
Well, also what we found out last week was even in the weeks where NXT and AEW have been like 500,000 viewers, when they count the catch up like a week later, they've averaged over 1 million every single week overall. So the ratings aren't that bad at all.
But anyways, back to what we were talking about. I was noticing the crowd's reactions, and I didn't see a single person stand up when John Morrison came out. It was quiet.
No, half the crowd probably didn't know who he was.
You know what?
Well, true.
This is possibly my favorite topic when it comes. You know what I mean? Travis has just hit the nail on it. I fucking love this question. You know what I mean? That he's saying, because they're all fucking sheep. They're all sheep. You know what I mean? If your name isn't in lights, or you haven't got a star on the floor on Hollywood Boulevard, they couldn't give a fuck who you are. You know, I heard some 2-bit dickhead the other week saying The Irishman was shit because the guys were too old. I could have punched him in the head. But these are wrestling fans as well. Unless you have won 16 world titles, right? And they're saying, when's he going to get his 17th? He should never have won half, even, you know what I mean? 3/4 of the titles he's won. Because he ain't worked for them. He ain't deserved them. Yes, he's made a few freaking make-a-wishes more than anyone else. But don't tell me he's worked, 40 years in the business. And he's bled buckets. Mind you saying that
He
match
did in
he
one
had
match,
with,
yeah.
yeah, he did, yeah. But come on, man, this is all shit. Is that what you just said? Then it's not right. It's negativity because of they can't relate.
Because of the WWE bubble.
It is. John Morrison walks out with no fan reaction. no fan reaction. And
still-
the thing you get on sorry, Trav, the thing you get then on social media is you get the idiots that come out and say, that's what you get for walking out on Impact Wrestling.
I think
You know?
I think he would have gotten a bigger pop if he did debut at Royal Rumble than
Yeah.
get
Yeah,
eliminated
yeah,
and then tag with the Miz. It would have gotten a better reaction, I think.
So the way they booked the whole thing was wrong. If they'd have had the Miz, say for instance, turn on New Day, and then all of a sudden he's getting, beat down or whatever. I don't know, because that to me, that the old segment was pretty weird, because you've turned the Miz. What you should have done was have John Morrison come down to the ring, kind of like, I don't know, have Morrison attack Kofi, and then have the Miz kind of like Morrison go to it Big E, and Miz grab Morrison's hand, and then all of a sudden the Miz smacks Big E. Boom. At least then what you're getting is John Morrison. Who's that? That's John Morrison. He enters the ring, bang, smacks Kofi with I don't know, that kick he does. Is
Parkour.
What they call him? Yeah, you know what I mean. Does something, and then the Miz kind of like he goes to smack Big E. Miz grabs his hand. Big E go, and then the Miz smacks Big E. Boom, you've got, you know what I mean. They've reunited. But instead of doing that, he kind of like just opens the door and says, and then shuts the door. And that's his debut. John Morrison in Miz's room, and then they do a sit down, and on Miz TV, it wasn't the old booking of the thing was a bit
underwhelming.
Question mark. Yeah. You've just signed who was the hottest free agent, because everyone's a hottest free agent, and you've done it like that. They don't seem to make impacts anymore on debuts, do they?
No.
Shayna Baszler walked out in that Rumble, and it was, you know what I mean? She's only just lost the title. She would have been off fucking TV for about 4 weeks. And she's the last person to walk in, and the commentator's like, oh my God! Like she's been out for freaking 12 months with a freaking, you know what I mean, career-threatening injury. I was like, wow! That's hardcore. That's hardcore.
It is. And the kick, by the way, is the flying chuck that John Morrison used to do.
I love it. I love that he's back. I love that we're going to see the Miz and Morrison. I don't think it'll last long, because I do think we're working up to the Miz versus Morrison. I don't, but I just think the tag team division needs some star power.
Yeah.
Get the Grizzlies. Get the Grizzlies up, man. I want to hear Arena say, "Take your shoes off."
And
I want to hear it. Were you happy with that?
I was happy. She and Alex Shelley. I thought it was great.
Were you happy with the result?
Yeah, I mean, it was a great match.
I was pissed.
Were you pissed?
Oh yes, I'm an Alex Shelley mark. I was peeved. I was like, no.
Well, look at what we got with the semifinals now. We got the Grizzled Young Veterans, and we got the Undisputed Era, and we got Pete Dunne and Matt Riddle and Imperium.
Bullshit.
Yeah.
Fuck Matt Riddle.
I know.
Oh. Do you not like Matt Riddle?
Hell no.
Why?
Hell no.
I don't know. I just don't like him.
We've had all these sit downs, you know what I mean? Me as your confidant, and you know what I mean, your advocate, and you've never once told me.
Butcher, what are you talking about? We've talked about it several times on the match.
No, we talked about Matt Riddle.
You told me you hate a lot of people, but Riddle.
Say fuck Matt Riddle just about every time I'm on match.
He does say Riddle a lot.
That's. I'll have to.
That's
I'll
blown
have
his
to put that in
mind.
my diary. There we
Butcher.
go.
The thing
On-
is, Butcher, you just want to hear what you want to hear.
I had you down to do a McDonald's signing next week with Matt Riddle.
Bro.
Do you not remember having the conversation that we're gonna have a flip flop off?
No, you see, now I wouldn't believe you even if you said that,
You did say it.
because there is not a man walking this earth that can do that. Trust me,
You
I've
were-
tried. I've
you were
tried.
that challenged me.
Flip flop off. Yes. See.
On the topic of not liking people, Mike.
Yeah.
How were you going to get me back again about me mentioning Orange Cassidy?
I already said it. The Mojo Rawley thing.
Oh, I thought it wasn't Mojo Rawley. Oh, okay.
No, it was
Oh.
Mojo Rawley. I had to comment that I liked the Orange Cassidy, the kid thing. I was gonna put him over.
Oh, okay. There we go.
I was being nice about Orange Cassidy this week. I was gonna get you back for the Mojo Rawley because you love you some Mojo Rawley.
Yeah.
I thought you were actually going to get him back.
Oh, that was getting him back because I know he hates. I know he hates Mojo Rawley. Eric Rowan, on the other hand, got bit this week.
What is it, man? I'm already past giving a shit now.
I'm
You know
not. I
what?
want to know more.
I've gone from Spider.
Right at the top of the town.
We've had Spider. We've said it can't be a spider. It can't be a snake.
If it's
I
alive,
think I
it can't
used
be a
that.
dead
I
buzzard.
think I used I think I said a human head last week with the sheep. You know what I mean? The sheep with a mask on. But this week, I don't know. Did you see the palm of his hand bleeding?
You know what it probably is?
What?
It's probably Priscilla Kelly's tampon.
Oh.
Oh, by the way, speaking of Priscilla Kelly on a sidebar, now
I think I would get the reaction that Mojo Rawley did like that. Oh God! Oh no! Jesus Christ!
I gotta cut my fucking hand off now.
So Butcher, with how much you hate Darby Allin, how pissed would you be if they signed his wife Priscilla Kelly to the AEW Women's Division?
I will be.
It's
I was wanting to cuss out Daz a little bit ago at the beginning of the show because he just said her name. Because every time I hear her name, I fucking cringe.
I know.
I mentioned her name and I had to just go and gargle for a couple of minutes. I muted my mic.
Yeah.
I just don't like her. I really
vile.
detest
The
her.
reason why WWE didn't pick her.
She is disgusting. She's just horrible. Everything about her, she's a fucking mess. You know, dirty bitch.
I would say he's a wet wipe, but wet wipes are clean.
Ugh,
That's true.
you know,
You know, I figured out.
1,000 wet wipes wouldn't fucking clean that.
Bleach. Nope.
No.
You see, my wife, she hates wrestling. She hates all things wrestling. She hates when I talk wrestling. And I figured out about a week or two ago why she hates it so much.
Why, Travis?
It's because I tell her only the stories like the Priscilla Kelly shit.
Oh my!
They're gonna fucking like it.
Well, here's the thing. The thing with you is I like to piss you off too, but do you also realize who one of the people that spoke out against Tessa Blanchard was?
Fucking know it. Fucking Renee Michelle.
Hell yes.
Mm.
Your favorite wrestler in the entire world.
You know, Mike,
Yes.
you only live about 6 hours away.
I
I
know.
gotta kick your ass. I'll come down there and kick your ass, all right?
Kick my ass.
That moment of silence said it all.
Yes. Yes, it did. He's fucking come on down.
Yeah, no, they can't sign her. Surely there is something in AEW which just says we only sign. Actually, I need to be careful to say.
Well, they didn't sign Joey Ryan.
Class. Yeah, there you go then. Class.
Well, apparently,
You know
if
what I
you
mean?
listen to Joey Ryan, he chose Impact.
People that have integrity. people that have integrity. You know what I mean?
Oh, one thing we didn't mention from
people
AEW.
that have common decency. You know what I mean? You put a sanitary towel, you put a tampon in a special bin. You don't put it in your fucking handbag.
I hear when PK wrestles, they have to coat the canvas in sanitary towels. One thing we didn't mention about AEW, of course, which actually goes without saying, is Cody cutting another amazing promo.
Of course.
It's
only the guy that
easily
can.
done, isn't it?
He's the
still
only
don't
guy
know.
that can.
I just wish everyone in AEW, if they could cut a promo with half as much passion as Cody does.
Yeah, you know what I want though, right? I want, after this MJF thing, I want Cody to step away for a little bit, because I just think every week he comes out and just kind of like leaves you with this, just, you know what I mean, everlasting effect, you know, a joy, overwhelmed, because the guy is amazing. I just don't I want it to kind of like burn out, and it just seems like every decision he's done, you know what I mean, wrestling his brother, having that match where he said he'd never challenge again, the way that the MJF thing played out.
Well, he's definitely going to be taking one for the team now, because he's going to have to get whipped 10 times before he can face MJF now.
You know, I like it. Do you know what? He's an absolute machine, workhorse. I believe everything that he's doing is for AEW, not for himself.
Yeah.
You know, he's not a greedy person. He just wants success, and I think there's a certain part of him that kind of like, I think it is redemption. I think he kind of like, he gets now what his dad did and why his dad did all that he did, and it's like his way of kind of like, I don't know, almost kind of like not you know what I mean, his dad was proud of him regardless. I think it's just his way of kind of giving back for what he's been given.
Yeah, without doing a stupid gimmick.
It is, yeah. It's just, you know, and like you say, you only have to listen to that theme song to get it.
Oh, that song's amazing.
Just to get it. I love him. I do. I just, he is my, probably, you know what I mean, my favourite. And for a while, it was kind of like, I'm never going to see him in a WWE ring again. But I don't care. I don't want to see him in a WWE. I'd love to see him in NXT. I'd love to see him wrestle the likes of Ciampa, Gargano, you know, but it doesn't matter, because maybe some way down the road, I'll see him in AEW. You know, it's not likely. You know, it's not likely, but it's not unlikely either. Business is weird.
Yeah, never say never.
You know?
You know who really impressed me last night, and actually past few weeks?
Yeah.
Statlander.
Oh, yeah.
She's shit up, mate. She's awesome. Yeah, she's awesome. She's the one that got away. I watched her, and she really, really, really has got... She is the future of that division.
Absolutely.
She's definitely what that division needed.
She is. She's the way they've introduced her, she's going to be like brand, you know, the thorn in the side. You know, when you got all these people walking around thinking that the shit doesn't stink.
Yeah.
You know, and this is why I've said all along, I've not really thought the women's division was any good. I thought it was shite. And I thought the introduction of all these Japanese wrestlers did it no justice at all. You know, you have all these indie stars out there, and you don't want to use the likes of Britt Baker, fucking, you know, and the rest of them. They brought Kristen Statlander in, and boom, she's having face-offs with Brandy. Hell, look at Ali. Has she got some sort of career-threatening injury that we don't know about? You know, because the cherry bomb was gonna be, you know what I mean? Nothing. Now she's the glorified valet. You know, Smiley Kaylee Ray packs her bags and wanders off. She's depressed. 2 weeks later, she's gonna be depressed because she's walked out on Impact. You know, Christ, if you could have told that girl her future, she probably to quit wrestling before she walked out on AEW. You know what, Smiley Kaylee Ray? I know you think you're going to be smiling next week when you walk out in that big arena, but you definitely and then you're going to leave and you're going to be depressed. And if I tell you you're going to be depressed and then you're going to be even more depressed because you signed for Impact, will you do it? No, of course you wouldn't. You know?
Well, like I said, I pretty much enjoyed the Impact pay-per-view Hard to Kill, so I'm going to watch Impact tonight, and we'll see if they can keep me on. They probably won't, but we'll see how it goes.
See, I gave up.
Well, the only thing with Impact this week was it was mostly a recap show. They had some bonus matches in there from House of Hardcore with Moose against Ace Austin.
So it wasn't a proper show.
That's exactly where I shut off, was Moose.
And then they had Joey Ryan versus Johnny Swinger. And
I'm not watching that shit.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Now, see, here's the thing. Hey, Daz, at least you get the warning before you watch it. I don't, and then I just get stuck with watching.
Well, why don't you just ask me, because you know I watch it, go, Mike, is Impact worth it ttonight? And I could just go, yay or nay.
Mike, is Joey Ryan on tonight? Yeah. Okay, I'm not watching it.
Yeah, there you go. That's all you got to do. Because it's just, we get it on Access TV. I mean, I put on 88, and the first thing I see is Don Callis and Josh Matthews in the studio. And then what they're pretty much telling you is, if you paid for that pay-per-view, fuck it. We're just going to show a recap and show what's
See, that would be...
They did that with Bound for Glory.
Josh Matthews. As soon as I see Josh Matthews, that guy just... No.
He looks like he's a fucking tool. He's a tool,
He's
man.
a dick. He's a dick.
Dick.
Absolute fucking... That guy is so kind of...
He believes his own hype.
He does. He is so salty.
That he didn't win Tough Enough?
He is. It's just how he didn't really get a freaking chance in WWE. He's so salty.
He
actually believed he should have been color commentator. Come on, man. You know, oh my lord.
But yeah, the show, really, like I said, it's just, if you watch Hard to Kill and you see that, and then you get Impact this week, it's just bleh. Very underwhelming.
Josh has achieved one thing. He's become the new Michael Cole because they're both dicks.
Like a hot missus. I mean, she's tidy.
He does. He's got Madison Rain by his side. So
She is a nice...
It always rains in that hole.
No.
I met her a few years ago, and she was like...
Yeah, I've met her... I think I've met her twice.
Twice.
Could have been worse, man. You could have done the short straw and got Angelina Love.
No, I've met Madison once. I've met Velvet Sky twice. Even better.
Velvet Sky, man. I mean, Bubba Ray is so lucky for him.
Lucky son of a bitch.
Jesus Christ! You see, so what a lesson learned today, guys. There is, right, for the fat man out there, it can happen. Trust me, it can.
Oh yeah, happen. Look at Otis and Mandy.
No,
I actually don't know what the fuck's going on there.
Oh my god, yes. Otis and Mandy.
She's got to be playing him.
You're not pulling my pisser.
No, that's a storyline on SmackDown. She's
thank God
trying to introduce him.
No, they're not really a couple. Mandy Rose, I think, has a boyfriend.
Yeah, some big guy.
Yeah.
It's the guy from NXT, isn't it?
Tito Savatelli?
Yeah, that's it.
With Tito Savatelli.
Yeah, she is with Tito. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's funny. I think it's funny. Mandy Rose, like whenever she does her promos with Otis, you can, if you pay close enough attention, you can see her cringe.
If you also pay close enough attention, you can see Otis about to blow a load.
Oh God, my see. Tucky!
Tucky, we're coming.
God,
Literally.
I'm calling Tucky.
Oh man.
Or
Oh.
what's worse, that or Rusev and Bobby Lashley? Now we're gonna get a mixed tag next week.
No, Otis
just
blowing
got
his
this-
load is definitely
I
worse.
envision now. I envision Mandy Rhodes stuck to the ceiling
Oh.
Oh,
like it's a scary movie.
oh, like it's Scary Movie 2, like when she's fucking the ghost. Yeah.
Yeah, Tucky.
So what's worse though, guys?
Take my
Oh,
strong
Mother of
head,
God.
child.
oh, yes. Are we going with you son of a bitch? Are we going with Otis and Mandy is worse, or Rusev, Lana, and the Liv Morgan thing?
Rusev and
Yeah,
Lana.
no, I'm going with Otis blowing his load. Oh, that trumps everything. To be fair-
man. I just want him to wear a full-size T-shirt, please, for God. Do you know what? Right, I'm a big guy and I've got a belly, but he just makes me feel so uncomfortable. And I know he's a husky. You know what I mean? That guy is probably solid in terms of, you know what I mean.
But he can't
Well,
turn
it
90
just looks wrong.
degrees.
It's
It just
impossible.
looks so wrong.
He hasn't seen his ass for 5 years.
Stakes and weights.
I'm going with Lana and Lashley being the worst because I don't know why. I may be just a sick fucker. I don't know, but I'm waiting for Otis to do the caterpillar on Mandy in the middle of the ring.
Oh,
Oh,
damn. Oh. Oh, yeah.
I tell you, no, that's wrong, man.
No.
That would end that
Oh,
girl's
it'll
poor
be a
girl's
gif and
career.
everything.
She would lose any chance she's ever got of winning a woman's title. I think that's already gone now.
well,
Mm.
speaking of women's title, what do you guys think of the contract signing, Asuka and Becky Lynch?
I liked it.
Yeah, it's good.
Asuka, man. Asuka. This is the Asuka that I've been missing. I mean, just coming out all pure Japanese freaking promo.
Yeah.
And evil. I want, right? I tell you what I want. What I really want. Right?
I want
Funaki to be their valet.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
And then I want Indeed. I want
SmackDown
it.
number one
Solid.
tag team.
I really do. I want Funaki as, you know what I mean? Bring out a darker Funaki. You know? I really do. Tell you what, Mr. Fuji would have been absolutely amazing for these championship.
Yeah.
I loved the way Kairi Sane irritated Becky, poking her with the umbrella. Do you know what? It was gold.
Asuka's at her best when she's cocky, and that's what she was missing last year.
Possibly one of the best segments. It is the best segments I've seen this year.
Wasn't a massive fan of Becky on the mic afterwards when she was blind.
Oh, that's shocking.
Yeah.
Oscar.
Oscar.
Well, I did
Oh,
crap.
Becky, you're better than that.
To me. Oh, I can't see. Whether I can't see or whether I'm half dead.
That-
I'm coming for you, Oscar.
You can tell that was a shit script from Vince.
It was crap, man.
We want you to pick up a mic when you're blind and just ramble.
Why?
Well, I mean,
I'd
I'd rather
gotta
listen.
be super blind.
Yeah, I'd rather listen to Drew McIntyre talking about getting involved with Randy Orton and AJ Styles going to win the Royal Rumble 3-2-1 than listen to Becky Lynch.
If Drew McIntyre doesn't win the Rumble, man,
Yeah.
they would.
Come on.
Honestly,
Roman Reigns is still odds-on favourite if you look at the betting odds, but
Ugh.
I'm loving Drew McIntyre cracking jokes. My Claymore's bigger.
Best finishing move in WWE at the minute.
Oh yeah.
Yes. And the Future Shock DDT. I mean, come
Easy, man. The guy is the full Monty. He's got the tools.
Maybe the chosen one prophecy's finally coming true.
I told you it had happened, Kevin. It only took me so long. God damn it! I thought you liked Roman, Vince. See that?
Well,
It'll
it's
backfire and the fan will go crazy again.
it's like back in 2010 when his push got diminished because his wife beat him up.
Well,
Yeah. Hey,
no one's gonna beat him up now.
that is
He's
true.
a very different man than he was back then.
That is true.
He's
He's
grown
not dreaming
about
of broken dreams.
no,
He doesn't
he's
have
grown
broken
about
dreams.
8 inches.
Yes.
Aye. That's his Claymore.
That's just a claymore, eh?
Claymore right there.
Aye. You try sticking this bad boy in the ground.
When
Hi
I,
there, TV.
when I lie down, I'm 10 feet tall.
Shark, come into the water.
And when I get down to pray, I'm 10 feet tall.
Do you know,
felt the Claymore yet?
it's physically impossible for me to go through a turnstile because there's no room for my growth.
You know what it is to like when I hear the Scottish accent. That's why I love Kaylee Ray so much with that Tony Storm.
Oh, she's amazing.
Love it so much.
Oh,
Made from Gelters. They're not made from Gelters. They're made from Claymores.
okay.
The log throw was made for me. Oh yeah. Drew McIntyre, people. Drew McIntyre. Just
Awesome.
gotta love him, don't you?
Awesome.
Got the coolest
about
hair.
damn time.
He's the only man, right, that's made me want hair again. He has.
What about
'Cause
Jason
he's
Momoa?
got that beard. He just. Oh, you see how you've done it. You see, Jason Momoa. I forgot Jason Momoa for a minute because Jason Momoa is my man crush. I see Jason Momoa. And I
That
just
is
see
a
the
man
fun-
right
fun
there.
Guy. He's a man right there. You know, you watch the interview with Graham Norton.
Yes.
Sarah
Millican, yeah.
Sarah Millican.
And Hugh
and
Grant.
He says about speaking Dothraki. She went, go on then. It is, man. It's and then Jason Momoa as Khal Drogo. You know. And then you've got obviously Drew McIntyre sitting there flexing his pecs with long hair and a goatee and a beard.
And a claymore.
Yeah. And then I go to the hairdressers and I have me beard all trimmed and done nice by a young lady, and I have me pore cleansed, and I'm talking about having my nose waxed. What's going on? Is it what you call a midlife crisis or what?
I want the Drew McIntyre.
I want the Drew McIntyre look. What's that, lad? I take this picture everywhere with me. I'll have to fill my wallet with pictures of Jason Momoa and Drew McIntyre. I want to look like that.
Yeah.
It's gonna be. I'm not gonna lie to you, lad. It's gonna be take a long time and it's gonna be painful. Do it.
Right. One last thing we should probably address, which I posted last night. MaxWrestling.net is no longer active.
Boo.
Yeah, because Wish wanted to charge us £113 to renew it. I ain't paying that. So,
How much was it originally?
Originally, I only paid I paid 20 for the domain, and I think it was 50 for the year.
Wow.
So yeah,
We become. What does that? Why do they put it up?
they put
Is
an
it
offer on, don't they,
popularity?
to get you to upgrade, and then they hike it up.
Bastard.
So fuck Wick. So now you You can find the Max Wrestling website, I fucking hate saying this, at maxwrestling.wixsite.com/maxwrestling. You have to put the slash, because if you just put .com, it won't take you anywhere.
Is that like SoundCloud.com? So that's Smart Mark Radio.
Yeah, from now on, Mike, you can plug the website.
MaxWrestling.com.
There you go.
Would you like to go on Anchor.fm next?
There's too many slashes.
Wait, hold on. You gotta look at that. I'll be right back.
Yeah, if you just type maxwrestling.wixsite.com, it won't take you anywhere. If you put /maxwrestling at the end, then you've got the website. It's weird.
And Anchor.com.
I might just create a tiny URL and read that out. Okay, so before we do go anywhere, don't forget Podcast Promo Rumble 5 is next week, featuring a promo championship clash between the Walker and Moses the Mayan Marquez, which is 7 months in the making, Travis.
Moses the Mayan? Has he actually gone with that name?
Well, that's what I'm still calling him. I don't know if he's agreed to it.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
I did talk to him. He digs it.
Okay, there we go. It's official.
he looks more like the Fonz.
Hey.
Hey.
Alright.
Both men will also challenge the new Knowledge Champion, the Phoenix, in a triple threat match featuring some special questions by the former champion, Mike Larkin.
Well, Moses is going to challenge him. I'm just going to have.
You're just going to sit there and say things. And of course, Showdown in the Shadows Part 2 between Robert Davis versus the Demon S has now been made official as one half of a number one contendership. The other half will be another new official addition to the show, which is Corey Coulter versus Ted P. De Niro in a battle rap, motherfucker.
Cypher
versus Teddy P. A battle rap royale, if you will. That's
Battle Rap Royale.
Yeah. That's all coming your way next week. Podcast Promo Rumble 5. And the second theme song for the show is Dark Inside by Lowborn. Available right now on Apple Music and Spotify. Well, the bell has rung for another week. Hope you like the new graphics and a new theme song. It kicks ass, if I do say so myself. And the new arena, everything. It's nice, sexy. Before you do tap out, though, make sure you tap out and click that subscribe button, which is youtube.com/maxwrestling and soundcloud.com/maxwrestling. You can also find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Play, and Castbox.
Yes.
Yeah, that was one of the ones as well. That was one of the ones that made me bloody do a take.
Castbox.
Yeah, I kept saying soundbox. What the fuck, man?
There's no
soundbox.
Cloud and Castbox. You get soundbox.
I mean, yeah, they are pretty much the same thing. Castbox just runs off the SoundCloud. Because I didn't even know we were on Castbox.
I thought it sounded better, man. You can get us on iTunes, Spotify, Soundbox. Jesus Christ, I've done it again.
It's like a grandparent's. Have you got one of them play boxes?
One of them thingy, my jinx.
Well, this is a mouthful to say,
What's
man.
that? What's that?
MaxWrestling.wixsite.com. Yeah, that doesn't have the same as MaxWrestling.net. MaxWrestling.wixsite.com.
What's that? You play in the game station?
Game station. No, Grandad. That was a shop. That was a company that went under. Ah, right.
If you haven't already, join our Facebook
What's
group.
that one then? The white box? It's called an Xbox. Ah, like the game station. No! Oh,
You got one of them Nintendo PCs?
Nintendo PC.
No, it's a DS.
No,
That's
mate.
a police officer, that isn't it? No, it's called a DS.
DS? Have you heard this, Maureen? The guy's got a DS. A PC DS. Oh, just a DS, Grandad. What you put in this? Vinyls? No, what the hell? You're embarrassing me.
If you haven't already, join our Facebook group, Max Wrestling. You can find me at Dazzy MWP. Mike is at SM Show 1 and MCL92. The Butcher is at TOG69BHITB. And before Mike tells you who he's been talking to, also you can find Travis Walker Anderson at
Hell, I don't remember. I changed my
on
Twitter handle.
Twitter.
Oh God! All right, hold on. I'll get it up.
See, look,
I should learn this.
All right,
I
so
should
if
learn
you
this.
guys want to follow Travis the Walker Anderson on Twitter, it is at Walker_TA92.
Okay, that's what I thought about. I couldn't remember. See, I can't. I'm in a knowledge championship match next week, and I can't even remember my own damn Twitter handle.
So there you go. Follow Travis the Walker Anderson on Twitter.
Thank you, Michael.
I gotta say, also, first and foremost, it actually kind of feels liberating because you do realize, yes, I will be on the special, but this is like the first special where I am not in competition.
Yes.
Yeah, thank fucking God.
For the first
I'm
time
tired of
since Promo Series 2016.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Wow.
Damn.
Yeah, you've deserved a break.
Wait, was promo series 2016? That was the first special I did. I was competing for the knowledge. Wait, no, yeah.
Yeah, that was a number one contendership, that one,
No,
because Kenny
yeah.
wasn't on the show.
Yeah, that's right. Okay, but yeah.
Yeah, your first break in 3.5 years.
There you go.
Shit.
Jeez. Okay.
Okay,
so,
Mike, who you been talking to?
So, and Travis has also dug this, so I guess I want everybody to check it out. So I interviewed Crystal Spice. Crystal Spice has a son named Steven. He has Chiari malformation, and his brother Liam has autism. So Steven, for the Christmas, wanted his brother to meet Roman Reigns at a Toronto event over the holiday week, WWE house show, and it finally got granted. So Crystal talked about her son meeting Roman Reigns, or talked about the new YouTube channel, Steven's Wrestling Journey, where he's going to be interviewing people like Roman Reigns. Casey Spinelli was the latest one. It's a very heartfelt story. Please check that out. And just follow me, StephenMikeShow.com, Lingerie Fighting Championship, Beauty, Strength, and Dominance. 3 key elements that make women the work of art that they are. And, just follow me, Podcast Machine, me doing my thing. But check out the interview.
Definitely agree with you with the dominance thing. Yeah.
So yes, no porn stars this week, Butcher. It was a nice week.
It was a nice week.
No, what I mean by that is what I mean by that is it's no porn this week where Butcher has to go.
It was a PG week this week.
It was a PG week.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ. Look at her.
Do you know what? Any indie show that doesn't feature, sorry Travis, Priscilla Kelly, it's a nice week.
Hey, heavy
The last time I see something that big, I was looking down a sinkhole. It's the Stay Puft Marshmallow Woman.
Wow. Well, join us next week.
Wow. Jesus Christ.
Whew. Join us next week. I can't do this. I'm like Ricky Gervais when he was going to do that Judi Dench joke. I can't do this.
I can't do this.
Whew. Okay. Join us next week for Podcast Promo Rumble 5.
She puts Alexa pussy.
Oh, I've got more content.
That is the greatest, most greatest moments ever, Ricky Gervais, because I don't fucking care.
That was awesome. That was so awesome.
Absolutely fantastic. I love it when he just looks at Joe Pesci, calls him, what's he call him, an elf?
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Baby, no, was it Baby Yoda he called him?
Yes.
Baby Yoda. Al Pacino laughing.
Okay, join us next week.
Tom Hanks! Oh. Brilliant.
Do you know what? I'm going to go full Ricky Gervais now as well. Join us next week for Podcast Promo Rumble 5, and if you're lucky enough to win a championship, come up, thank your agent and your god, and fuck off.
That's great.
Oh, classic, man.
We must now
Classic.
bid you adieu, goodbye, mwah, and good night. Bang!
Alright, since
Watch
today...
the office later.
Hey, shut up. It's my line. So...
Whoa!
Today is my mother's birthday. Happy birthday, Mommy. I love you. Done.
Happy birthday, Sue Shaw.
Happy birthday.
Jesus Christ.
No, that was Christmas, his birthday.
Yes, that was.